Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a good week. Oh my goodness, a lot coming in, and I want to thank all of you so much who are sending in links and this information. A lot to cover. Now, the first thing is the suit resolved against a Jehovah's Witness church. And I want to thank the person who said, use your screen recorder so that it's clear while you're reading this. And I was like, you're absolutely right. I don't know why I didn't think to use my screen recorder and just record my voice doing this. So anyway, yes, I'm going to use my screen recorder to get a clearer picture of what is on my desktop. Now, I also want to mention that YouTube took down my video about the religious order buys a house, and someone had to have filed against that, and they actually accused me of cyberbullying because I showed Brumley's address. Well, guess who comes to mind first in filing that against me? So YouTube took the video down, and I'm just going to have to be more careful. And I want to thank all of you who have been sending me information, because it appears Valley Farms has bought property all over this country. And I mean, hundreds of properties with their names coming up. And, you know, it's kind of difficult doing a video without showing addresses and people's names and stuff who, you know, own this property and stuff, but still get this information out. So, you know, I'm trying to work that out. I may just like blur right where the address and name is and stuff so that I can get that information out. Now, going to this article. Suit resolved against Jehovah's Witnesses Church, and I will put the link down below. Ogden, Utah. Now, many of you may remember that in this law case, the elders made the victim listen to her own assault, which was horrible. And actually went all the way up to the Utah Supreme Court. Well, they've just had a decision, and I'm probably not going to read all of this article because it is quite lengthy. But the last couple of paragraphs at the bottom, the 2nd District Court Judge Mark DeCaria dismissed the suit on August 17, 2017. The encounter between the elders and the young girl occurred in a religious setting. You know, clergy, patent, and privilege. A hearing to determine if she had committed a serious sexual sin, he wrote, and he was hesitant to meddle given First Amendment religious protections. And I think this is why most of these judges and stuff are kind of hesitant, like they said, to meddle in the church protections. So these churches are hiding behind this First Amendment, and this is deplorable going on. Despite this court's revulsion at the allegations, it cannot hear this case without excessively entangling itself in religion, and thus declines to do so, DeCaria wrote in his decision. The case ultimately went to the Utah Supreme Court, and the justices overturned the dismissal in 2021, keeping the lawsuit alive. The High Court argued in part that DeCaria relied on a case law test that had been discarded by the U.S. Supreme Court in reviving the lawsuit. And then when you scroll up here, and of course these were all Jehovah's Witnesses, the lawsuit filed by a woman against 4 elders of the Jehovah's Witness Church in Roy over their handling of allegations a church member raped and abused her as a teen has been settled. So it's been settled. Details of the out-of-court settlement stemming from the charges of emotional distress outlined in the suit, however, have not been disclosed. I'm sure there's been a gag order slapped on it. I really can't disclose any of the case details except that the case has been resolved, said Mark Carlson. He's a Syracuse attorney and part of the team of lawyers who represented the woman. And she was only 14 when this happened. Attorneys from the San Diego-based Salkin law firm, which advocates for CSA survivors and also represented the woman, didn't respond to queries seeking comment. Likewise, attorneys from Christensen and Jensen, the Salt Lake City law firm representing the Watchtower and Bible Tract Society of New York, didn't respond to queries seeking comment. Watchtower is the parent organization of the Jehovah's Witness Church and another defendant in the case, in addition to the 4 church elders and the accused perpetrator of the alleged abuse. And then you can go on to read, they cover it again. Now, I'm going to go over here. This is jwavcenter.org. And I'm not going to mention any addresses. Watchtower, this is a public website. So you can just, yeah, I'm going to be nice here. But you can see, click on this, residences, there's going to be 10 residents. And this is the plans of what they are going to be doing in Sloatsburg, New York. Now this is all part of the Ramapo, and it's also very close to the Tuxedo project. See, all of these projects are right in there together. All right, now, let me find the right tab here. New York State. This is on the newyorkcerta.newyork.gov. Newsroom. Governor announces $13.5 million to third-round winners of Buildings of Excellence competition. Early stage design funding also announced to support integration of low-carbon solutions from start of design. So this has to do with the Green Deal and everybody going green. And I don't have anything against any of that. I am glad a lot of these organizations are going more green. Now when you scroll down here to the Buildings of Excellence, round 3 awardees are, it mentions Capital Region, $2 million, and all of these projects. Scroll down to this one here, Mid-Hudson, $1 million, one project. The Residents of Sterlington, Watchtower and Bible Tract Society of New York, Sloatsburg, New York. So, then when you go over here and find out about this project, Jehovah's Witnesses project in Rockland wins $1 million environmental award. Talk about getting involved with Satan's world, but they sure don't mind when it involves money, do they? Rockland County, New York. A project planned in Sloatsburg is the only Hudson Valley winner in New York State's annual Buildings of Excellence competition, which supports environmentally clean, resilient, and low carbon or carbon neutral multifamily buildings. Okay, and it goes on to talk about this competition they have. The Residences at Sterlington won a $1 million prize. So that is the name of their project, the Residences at Sterlington. The estimated cost of the development at 155 Sterling Mine Road is roughly $168 million, and completion is expected in 2027. And then you can see they have information on this, developed by the Watchtower and Bible Tract Society of New York, designed by these engineers, blah, 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 and all that they're doing. Now I just want to mention, this is all part of the Ramapo Media project. And that's why I brought up the audio-video website that they actually put up for this project. It's massive. And the last time I checked on the Ramapo town, their permits and stuff, it was going through, and several of them had been approved. So it looks like the project is still a go. Now, I got an email. I've gotten so many emails from PMOs. So I am going to go to this, and I know we covered this years ago, but I just want to cover this again to show how they are in a huge property and real estate empire. This is in the Rockland County Business Journal. And like I said, I'm going to put the links down below to all of these. Jehovah's Witnesses purchased former Woodmont apartments on Route 17. Bible Society plans to use 7 of the 16 rental buildings to house volunteers when project is approved and built. And this is for their audio video production center in the town of Ramapo. And it now owns this rental housing complex on Route 17 to house its volunteers and contractors while its project is built. The Society has purchased the Woodmont Hills 384-unit rental complex from Woodmont Properties for an undisclosed sum and renamed it Woodgrove at Sterlington, presuming it will get approval to build a 1.7 million square foot world headquarters of Jehovah's Witnesses Audio Video Production Center on 155 Sterling Mine Road, largely in Sloatsburg and partly in Tuxedo in Orange County. The order plans to occupy only 7 of the 16 rental buildings in the complex. The rest will be leased on the open market. See, they can rent out half of it and get all of that rent money. And you can just go look and check out how much rent money they are getting for each apartment. So this all ties in with their world headquarters compound. So anyway, like I said, I will put the links down below to all of this, and I want to thank you, Pimos, so much for contacting us and trusting us with, your information and who you are and stuff. And just know we love you contacting us and talking to you and helping you answer questions and giving you this information. Watchtower, they just can't shut down all of this information getting out because these are all public records. And they may come after me for showing Bumbling Brumley's address and name and his residence, but they can't stop this. And they can't accuse us of changing this information to promote Satan's world. No, Watchtower is lying because they have said and done all of this. And the internet is their biggest enemy. Even though they use it to the fullest, just like they use the governments to the fullest to get the money, but they just can't shut all of us down. So you all keep doing your research and your work, and just know it's very much appreciated on this side. And you all have a wonderful day. Bye.